Oh yes, Gravity Falls. Now I remember this show whenever I was 12, 13 years old, and this show means a lot to me, bro, honestly. When this show first came out, I was so hooked on it. Like, cartoon-wise, they outdid themselves. I don't know how, but it just gave me everything that I was looking in for a show. The science behind things, and drama, and thriller, and just a good laugh. The most interesting thing about this show is that it actually correlates to real life, and I found that to be very interesting. I've seen people go to find one of the Gravity Falls statues or something like that. It's mind-blowing to see how a show correlates to real life, like Squid Game and Among Us, even with video games, how it correlates to real life is just very entertaining, I guess you could say, and intriguing. So if you haven't watched this show, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but what I will say is the show is basically about two teenage kids that had to go live with their uncle in Gravity Falls, and they didn't really like it there at first, and they thought it was just boring and things like that. And as all the episodes went on, and all the shows went on, they started to experience more things throughout the episodes. And all of these experiences that they have, it leads to big things. Me personally, I love mystery. After every episode, some of them, they were pointless. I don't know why they made some of them, but I liked how they made it to where there's always something that correlates to the story in the next season and the next season. So I have to give them props on that, at least too. It's just very interesting, bro. A very interesting storyline of what it's like in Gravity Falls and what goes on in Gravity Falls compared to what goes on in the other parts of the world. They make this part unique. And I remember I was such a fan at the time that whenever I had a friend in middle school, he didn't really have the means to actually watch the show, but he was such a big fan, just like I was. I would basically write an essay about the episode that just passed because he couldn't really watch it, so just wrote down everything that happened. I even drew down pictures so he can get the visual representation of what's going on. Like literally every single episode, like not one missed, like every single one, every single week I would set my timer for whenever it would come on, and if I knew that that episode was coming that day, that's all I wanted to think about during school. I'm talking to my friend about it. We're talking about what's going to happen in the show and things like that, and I'm not really thinking about schoolwork. I was in athletics at this time. I'm skipping football just to watch this show, man. Like I was geeked, man. I loved it so much. This show right here, it's up there for me. It's up in that Rick and Morty range. And even during all of these episodes, they would have little teasers or little secrets in the back of each of the shows, and the only way for you to realize them is if you played it back or played it in a slow motion or played it back at the end of the video or things like that. At the end of the video, it's a secret message, and it portrays what went on in the episode, and it's just like a secret word you gotta decode, you know, just a little interaction, you know what I mean? And that's what I love within a show, whenever there's interaction. So think about Black Mirror, right? Interaction. You have the interaction to kill that person, or you have the interaction to save that person. It's up to you. It's going to be two different outcomes, but you have to choose. And I love that because that makes it more interesting and just grabs your attention, bro. And I love that about Gravity Falls. Yes, I would love for it to come back. Obviously, it just might not happen, man. It just might not happen. Like I said, if you haven't seen it, you missing out, man. You've been living under a rock if you haven't seen this show. Like, it's pretty good, really good, actually. But yeah, enough with the rant, man. I just wanted to kind of give my thoughts and opinions on this show. End of the video. Just wanted to give my reviews on this and hopefully get some people to watch the show, get inspired to watch the show. And I love y'all. Stay tuned to the next video. Got more coming. Peace. I'm out.